Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Connecting Life podcast. I'm your host, Diana Boskma, and I'm here to help you connect the dots of life so that you can live your best life in a healthy and fulfilling way. Today, I'm talking with Corinne Berry. She's a friend of mine and a resilience business coach, and overall, just an amazing human being. So, Corinne, would you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, Diane. How are you?
I'm
Good to see you today.
good to see you. Yeah,
Um, where do you want me to start?
just a little bit.
So, you know, I met you through coaching, and I'm a
Yes.
resilience business coach. I've been coaching for about 8 years, and I started as a sobriety coach. But I've also done business all my life. I've been an entrepreneur since 1996. So I've pivoted. They call me actually a serial entrepreneur because I've had many businesses and I pivot, and none of them really are in the same industry or the same arena. So it's been a very exciting career for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Thank
really good. Yeah, thank you for that. So,
you.
Corinne and I, we will have a conversation about resilience because that's just a really cool topic. So, Corinne, when you think about resilience, what part of that do you feel is the most important for people to understand about it?
I think, for me, resilience, obviously, I am a resilience business coach. So I have a lot of experience with resilience. I've had to adapt it to my life many, many times. I can walk and talk resilience, to be honest, even last year. So, resilience to me is not giving up, keeping a positive attitude,
Yeah.
and knowing that um, things will come,
Hmm.
things will turn around and be okay. And it's not letting you get down, and it's making the changes, putting it into action, and to just keep moving forward, even if it's difficult sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense because life will just bring things and we
It
just have
just
to,
comes up, doesn't
yep,
it? Yeah,
things
like
just
we lost
happen.
our home in hurricane. We lost our
Yeah.
home in Hurricane Milton last year. It was destroyed. So that was
Oh my
that was a
goodness.
big obstacle for me.
Yeah,
Yes. So that was
that's a
just
big
one
thing to
thing,
deal
that
with. Mm.
yeah. And my friends were even surprised that I was just so calm about it. That of course it's taken a lot of time for me to have that type of mindset. A lot of
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. Yeah, these things, it grows within you to become
Yes.
comfortable with big changes because it's a huge change. And one of the things that I found really, really interesting is trying to find the silver lining of things that have happened. Because we all have things happen, and some of those things are not that
Yes.
much fun, but there's usually silver lining behind it. So I've had things in my life happen where I had to say, this was not supposed to happen. This is not what I want. And then when I look back, I had to say, oh, actually, that was the best thing that happened. And I find that
Yes,
really, really cool.
absolutely. I love when that happens, right? And it
Mm,
does, and again, it's a lot with mindset. Like Bob Proctor says, 90% of life is mindset. And
yep.
if you keep that mindset, you do tend to bring it and attract it. And it just does help you to move forward if you can stay positive,
Yeah.
if you can. Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes it's much easier. One of my things is also when I talk with people who are really down about something, that it's
Mhm.
frequently more about the thoughts of what that future could hold because something's changed. So then they walk down the doom scenario in their minds, but that ruins today. And whatever you can come up with, it's very unlikely that any of that will happen. So I try to then have this conversation with them about, you know, you're thinking this now. That's not likely to happen. What about you calm down? We talk it through how this feels right now. Feel the feelings because then they will fade because they don't last very long. And then try to just be in a more positive headspace. And it's a growth
Yeah,
process. It doesn't happen overnight.
it
But the
is.
moment you can
It
do
is.
that, today is an okay day then because you're not
Yes.
thinking about everything that can go wrong. So it makes things so
Mhm.
much easier to also deal with it because then it doesn't look like there's a huge amount of problems piling up because today I'm okay and I can move on from there
Yeah.
because doom scenarios don't make anybody happy.
No, they don't. And when you get in that mindset, it tends to build upon itself
Mm,
too.
yeah,
We don't take steps that we need to take. You know,
Yeah.
we
Hmm.
tend to procrastinate more and things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you really get into the doom scenario thoughts, that creates a lot of paralysis, because what's the point of
Yes.
living when you think your life is going to be a living hell? So the moment you have to say,
Yes.
I'm okay right now and things will move as they will move, it's, yeah, it
Hmm.
makes life easier because we don't know what will happen tomorrow or the day after. We just don't know.
No, no, and even before, just before we lost our home, I, you know, I had an e-commerce business. I had
Hmm.
my real estate pages. I had my golden doodle pages. I had my coaching group pages and my coaching group and my coach. I had 8 accounts between Instagram and Facebook.
Hmm.
And I woke up Monday in August of last year, and everything was black. Everything was lost, and I was never able to retrieve it.
That's bad.
So that was another resilience story, you know, because I had all my businesses were online,
Hmm.
every one of them.
Yeah.
So I lost my commerce business. It was in mountain biking. I lost my whole group. I had 10,000, followers. And it really took me back. But 3 weeks later,
Hmm.
I was very relaxed about it. And it took about 3 weeks because we're
If
so used to being on it, and
hmm
doing things and posting and that.
Yeah.
But after 3 weeks, it was like, oh my gosh, like something had taken, like a relief had gone, because
Mm.
all that, all that work I do every single day was
Yeah.
taken away from me. 'Cause of course, you can't just jump back on.
Yeah.
So I didn't relaunch until February of this year.
Oh,
I took
wow.
some time off in Costa Rica, and
Mm.
yeah, and so it just, but again, it was all mindset.
Yeah.
And then and to me, like you were talking about, it's usually sometimes it's a blessing. I now have one focus, one page, one offer, you know
Mm.
what I'm saying? I'm focused on my coaching business. And that
Yeah.
is what actually ended up coming out of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then having a good focus tends to help as well, because when you're scattered, you kind of don't do anything really well. At least I don't. And I think
Yeah.
that's for a lot of people. So I like to have this focus of this is what I'm focusing on. I don't want to get too scared, because within one business I can get scattered already if I don't focus well enough.
I've always had 2 or 3 businesses at the same
Hmm.
time. I don't know why, but I have. And sometimes they're small, whatever. But
Yeah.
now, yeah, so I chose, I'm very passionate about my coaching. So I want to help other women as much as I can. And so I
Yeah.
said, I already know where my passion is and where that
Mm.
lies. Let me go streamline back into my coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes total sense. So you
Hmm.
were saying that you help women. How do you help women in your coaching?
Well, I have a 3C method, which is clarity, confidence, and conviction.
Hmm.
Obviously, I talk about resilience, and I give them some resilience tools, even like what cost saving, like,
Hmm.
when coaches, we end up having a lot of platforms and a lot of subscriptions and that type of thing. But my offer, for my coaches is, in my vision statement, is basically I help women, high achieving women and entrepreneurs, um, hit consistent 10K plus months in their business. And usually it's after a setback or a recovery or a intervention, or just even getting their business to the next level. I
Hmm.
also help people launch their business for the first time. So I have
Cool.
my clients, yeah, they are on different stages basically, but
Yeah. Well,
so
that makes it more interesting as well, because when you can see
it
someone
does,
move
yes.
through those stages, that's amazing too. Yeah.
And they learn from each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do one-on-one coaching as well. I still do a lot of one-on-one coaching
Hmm.
because my client my clients prefer it, but I
Yes.
do group as well.
Yeah. Well, within groups, what I've seen is that you have people who are much further ahead and people who are in the
Mhm.
middle and people who are at the beginning. And you see how that really supports you. It's almost as if
Yeah.
the ones who are further ahead are really pulling up the others so that they can grow together into a much better level. It's really cool to watch that.
Well, and like I'm even in a mastermind right
Mm.
at the moment. I believe in coaching even for myself. I've invested much money into my coaching.
Yeah.
Into myself.
Yeah.
Um, but yes, and I find too, like when the new members come in, they remind me of things that I haven't thought about for a while, that I'd
Yeah.
forgotten that I'm not using and things like that. So you're right. They all can help each other for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I always love seeing that. I do some different
Yeah.
groups, not like you, different topics, but it comes down to the same thing. Some people are experienced, some are not, and then the newbies, they just learn so much so quickly from those who have some more experience, more thoughts, more yeah, yeah, they've done more with it. So yeah, it's really amazing to see. Yeah, so you do some workshops at times as well. Do they also
Yeah.
have some work on resilience um, in them?
Mhm. Yeah, I do teach my 3C method and how important it is to have clarity, confidence, and
Hmm.
conviction to build a business to
Yeah.
that type of
Hmm.
business. And my clients are making 20 plus K a month. Um, but then I also talk about their offer.
Hmm.
Identity offer is very important.
Yeah.
And having the right offer is key. So we
Hmm.
do a lot of building your offer. And also, we talk a lot about the tools that we need and don't need internally and externally. And
Yeah.
then, I'm talking about platforms and all types of things to run your business,
Hmm.
And then we also talk a lot about lead generation because we all know that lead generation is an issue for all of us.
Yeah.
And so I talk, you know, 17, 20 different ways of lead generation that has been
Nice.
successful for me.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's a good amount of lead generation because I don't even know whether I could come
Mhm.
up with that many.
Yeah, there's a lot actually, but
Yeah.
yes. So, and that's, it's all about, and then of course I can always talk to sales. I've been doing sales forever
Mm.
and conversions and stuff. So my workshops are a little bit, sometimes they have a little bit different topics, but
Mm.
basically that is my whole foundation
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
of coverage. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any workshops coming up or?
I do actually. I have one more slot for Tuesday, November 11th. And
Okay.
then I'm actually going to try a Saturday for the first time, which is November 22nd.
Nice.
And then I'll probably have one in December as well.
Okay. Cool.
They are free. They're free. They're
Hmm.
live. They're interactive. They're fun. I play
Nice.
music. I mean, we get work done. We build roadmaps. We build blueprints for them to have the next step. As soon as they
Mm.
leave the workshop, they have their next step, their next action step, and to move
Oh, that's
forward.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, um, where can people find access to your workshops? Because I'm pretty sure
So,
everybody wants to know now.
I'm very much on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
I do have some Facebook, so we're always promoting on my pages of LinkedIn and I have a website, which is explore-lifecoach.com.
Okay.
And that takes them to and that has the application too. There
Okay.
is a small application because I want to make sure that we fill the room with the right, people,
Yeah, yeah, that makes
that are
sense.
looking to do
Hmm.
very similar things. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes total sense because when you have too varied a group, it's going to be hard to make it work with everybody. So having a bit of a similar perspective can really be useful. Yeah.
Yeah, and I give a lot of value and I give some giveaways and stuff to help them in their businesses. So, I do definitely want women there that are going to, take advantage of the value I give them and move
Yeah.
forward. That's
Yeah.
my goal is to help them.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds really good. Yeah. So is there anything that you would like women who are watching this now who have this thing? Yes, I want to join one of those workshops. Is there something that you really want to tell them that they might need or that they might want, or what would be the most amazing thing that they're going to get out of a workshop for you? Is there something you want to tell them about anything of that?
Yeah, I think, if you come to my workshop, I think you leave with a lot of clarity
Hmm.
and even some and I do some live coaching in there too. And I think clarity is key to moving forward, right?
Yeah.
And then also and you become more confident.
Mm.
So it's a little bit of a transformation. We definitely are very clear of where our next steps are going to be and where we want to be
Hmm.
and how to get there. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I always throw in mindset work because I love it.
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's key too.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah. Mindset work is really important because without that, you're gonna have to change your mind a little to move forward to a different level.
yeah.
And yeah, that does make so much sense. Yeah. So for you, what's been the most fascinating bit of mindset work that has had the most impact on you? Do you have anything that really stands out for you, as in that was really so important for me?
Yeah, I think it's even on down days or when we're having problems with our business or whatever, even in life, with
Mm,
even relationships, whatever. Um, I think, like I've had to work to have this mindset, but I
mm,
think because of letting go, like just letting go and not totally being in control, having to have control because I was such a control freak. When
yeah.
I was younger, I had to have control over everything, every decision, everything. But now that I feel like I can just let it go and trust that what's supposed to happen is going to happen
Yeah.
um, eventually. And I think just pausing and letting go has been key to my success and
Mm,
to my life.
yeah.
Wow. I'm actually reading the book from Mel Robbins, and it's Let Them. I don't know if
Oh
you've
yeah.
heard of that book.
Yeah, yeah, no,
And it's
I'm
awesome.
nearly finished with it now. Yeah.
And it's funny because I've always been like that. Well, at least definitely the last 8 years. And that's what she's speaking to. And she came up with this
Mm,
little phrase, let them, right? And
yeah.
it's a great book if you haven't read it from Mel Robbins.
Oh yeah, it definitely is a great book. Yeah, it's one of those things that most of us try to have a certain level of control, but the moment you realize that it only makes life hard to try to have control over people, because other people will never do what you want. I found a bit where she was talking about her son and the what do you call that? At the end of the year. What's that called? The prom.
Oh,
Where
the
he
prom, yes.
Yes, that
The
bit about
corsage and
where yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
where his sister then
She
had this
wanted
thing,
the
"Let
corsage.
them." Yes.
She had to go, let them. And her
Yeah.
friends didn't invite her, and she was really upset. And this is everything that we
Mhm.
all go through every day,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
she was and she's saying and here's Mel Robbins saying her feelings were hurt.
Mhm. Yep.
That's how authentic she is. That's what I love.
Yes.
And
I really loved it. I
so
really loved it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean she's straightforward, but she's so
Mhm.
authentic and real, and I believe
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so it's very positive reading
Mhm.
her stuff
Yeah,
and listen to her podcast.
yeah. Yeah, the part
Yeah.
where she then talks about "and then let me," I've also found really, really cool, because she was talking about the friends
Yeah.
who were doing things without her, but then she realized, well, I've been retreating, so if I want to be
Yes.
part of that, then let me actually make myself part of that or whatever. And that's also one of those things that's super important, that, of course,
It's
let other people do
sure.
what they do. But if you want to have a connection with someone, it requires your action in that as well. You won't have friends if you don't participate and don't do
Yeah.
anything. And it was just really cool to hear it in such a simple way, as in, okay, let them, but
It
also
was
you do
very
you.
simple. The way
Hmm.
and I'm sure everybody related, everybody
Mm,
resonated with what she was saying
yeah.
because and what we forget is our minds just go, go, go.
Hmm. They
We
create a
have to learn
story.
to pause it.
Yeah, yeah.
It really does. And
Hmm.
usually those stories never are true.
No, they're not.
We think everybody's looking at us or talking about us, and majority of the time they're not. It's just in our heads, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it makes us the uncomfortable positions. It makes us
Yep.
fearful. It makes us less confident.
Yeah.
It's like a ripple effect,
Hmm.
if you
Yeah.
will.
It
Yeah.
is. It can become a really big thing, because that's with, when you don't reach out to friends and friends don't invite you anymore, that's not because they don't like you. It's just because you've not been present. It's the only reason. But then
Yeah.
the whole story of they don't like me anymore, they don't want me anymore comes up. But one of those things that I've had with a couple of clients who were overthinking it. So one of my clients, I at some point asked her, so because she was worried about her manager having some issues with her, and I just said, "Do you remember what your manager was wearing yesterday?" She just said, "No." I said, "Well, would he remember what you were wearing?" "No." "So do you think he's really bothered about the thing that she brought to the table?" "No." "Okay."
There you go.
Yeah, it was such a fascinating conversation, because she realized that most
Yeah.
people will not remember what someone was wearing the day before, because it's not that important. We don't pay that much attention to others. So it's just getting that clarity in your head, as in, well, people are not that invested in you. They like you, they care
Yeah.
about you, but they're not so super invested that they know everything about you, because
Exactly.
nobody can do that.
They're going on to the next thing, and
They
we're
have
still
their own
sitting back
lives.
here. You know.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So And again, that's, it's our minds will just run if we don't
Mhm.
bring it back and pause
Yeah.
them. I mean,
Yes,
and that takes work to know how
it
to
does.
just not let that go on and on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's super important to not let it go on and on and on and on. So we have been talking for about 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer now.
Have
So
we?
yes, it's
Well, you're
already been
easy to
that long.
talk to.
It was a very quick and easy conversation somehow. So, um, did you have any words of wisdom that you would like to share with those watching?
No, I just hope all women that are watching realize that they're not alone. There
Mm,
are people, if you
yeah.
reach out, people will
Yes.
help. It's
Yeah.
just about asking for help. And it
Yes.
doesn't matter where you are,
Mm,
what you need help with. There
yeah.
are people, a lot of people. And it's
Yeah.
just having the courage to ask if you need it, because I am really, my mission is just to help as many women as I can.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. And it's for a lot of people pretty hard to ask for help. So that's a very good reminder that help is there.
Mhm.
So then my next question for you is when people want to contact you, you've already mentioned your website. Is there any other way that they can contact you that you'd like to share?
Yes, I have my email is,
Hmm.
they may not know how to spell my name. That's the thing. It's difficult, but it's Corinne,
Hmm.
Corine at explore-lifecoaching.com. And even my phone number is 727-348-5881. I live in Treasure Island, Florida, on the
Ooh,
beach.
nice.
So
Well,
come visit. It's beautiful.
I will add those things to the description of the video, so they'll be able to find it and they can click on things. I'll make them
Yeah,
clickable. That
feel free
helps.
to call. I love talking. I
Yeah.
love meeting new people and
Yes.
helping people. Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Anyway, I really enjoyed our conversation, and
So I
so
thank you very
thank
much,
you
Diane.
so much for joining me today. It was really a pleasure to have
It was
you.
a pleasure.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you.
Thank you.